Today, my friends, we are making peperonata. Peperonata is a classic Italian recipe that highlights one of the world's most beautiful ingredients, the bell pepper. If you weren't a fan of bell peppers before, this recipe is guaranteed to convert you. So let me show you how to make it. All right, the first thing we want to do is blanch our tomatoes so that we can make them easier to peel. So what you want to do is go ahead and slice a little X into the bottom of your tomato. And that's going to make them easier to peel. The skins will loosen up more easily. And just set it into the hot water. All right, got the last of my tomatoes here. And go ahead, you're just going to blanch these for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Really, again, just to loosen up the skins, not to cook the tomatoes through. The blanching just makes them peel right off. All right, the skins are nicely loosened up. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer these over to a cutting board. Yeah, look at that. The skins just peel right off. Real quick tip on this, you can save these tomato skins actually and dehydrate them in your dehydrator, and then you can grind them into a tomato powder, which makes for an excellent seasoning. All right, tomatoes are peeled, and I have a cutting board all set up here. So the next step is to just go ahead and give a rough chop to your tomatoes. Very simple. And I'm gonna go ahead and add them to a bowl. And I've got a medium-sized onion here. Just want to slice it. You don't need to chop it. Just make it easy. Gonna just pop it all into the bowl. You can break it up if you want to. It's all gonna break down in the pan. You can skip the onion if you want to. Focus on the peppers. And the hero of the dish, my friends, bell peppers. Yes, look at these babies. I have 4 large red bell peppers. And you can use other colored bells. I often make this recipe with yellow or orange or a combination of. Green actually works just as well with this recipe, but I really prefer the colored peppers here. So we're just gonna cut them into strips. So go ahead and just kind of, start cutting through. Screaming peppers. All right, so you're gonna really just pull out all the seeds and the kind of the pithy stuff, because they'll wind up floating in there. Set that aside. And just cut them into simple strips. They're gonna break down, so I usually like to do sort of thinner, longer strips for this recipe. Very easy, very simple, like so. All right, so set these aside and then just go ahead and do all the peppers. All right, look at that, got my bell peppers all sliced up. There's some gorgeousness right there, isn't it? Oh, yes. So let's talk quickly about the peppers. Red bell peppers are just outstanding for this recipe. Really, you can use other sweet peppers. Italian sweets are great. This is an Italian recipe. And I've grown Marconis, Corno di Toros, just outstanding, delicious, sweeter peppers. But here in the US, bell peppers are everywhere. You can find them in any grocery store. And again, you can use multiple colors for this. The thing is, with bell peppers, chili heads usually don't think of bell peppers when it comes to spicy chili head cuisine, because there was no spice factor in the peppers themselves. But I do believe that bell peppers deserve some chili head love because they're essential to so many recipes and so many cuisines. It's part of the Cajun Holy Trinity for all the different wonderful Cajun cooking that we all love. So many recipes, so much body and flavor to them, and you can always add spices as much as you want to. So I love bell peppers so much. All right, my friends, I have my peperonata cooking station all set up here. So the first thing you want to do is get a large pan, heat it up to a medium-low heat. This is a low heat cooking process. And I have a 1/4 cup of olive oil. It's best to use a really good quality, good tasting olive oil that you love. And let me get this spread around in there. Next, go ahead and add your onions and your tomatoes. And I'm using a lot of garlic today. The recipe calls for 3 or 4 cloves. I've got about 5 or 6 here. Just a rough chop on them. I like a chunky, delicious garlic for this recipe. And the bell peppers, go ahead and add them to the pan. Go ahead and get everything mixed up here, just to make sure it's nicely covered here. All right. And I'm gonna do some salt and pepper, to taste, really. You can adjust later. Got some black pepper. All right, get in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some basil for this. So a lot of times I'll add basil at the end. But how about a little pop of basil today? So, all right. So next is go ahead and cover, and you're gonna cook this low and slow for a minimum of 30 minutes until everything softens up. But you can go up to an hour or even longer if you want really, really softened peperonata. But stick around to the end and I will show you my very favorite way to serve peperonata. Let's talk about the heat factor really quick while this is simmering. Peperonata is really not meant to be a hot and spicy recipe. It really focuses on the delicious flavor of those sweeter peppers. But if you really want to add some heat factor, chili flakes is a really smart way to go. Chili flakes is used quite a lot in Italian cooking. But also you can use hotter peppers, and I would consider the Calabrian chili, which is actually a fairly spicy Italian pepper that I think you would love. All right, my friends, whoo, look at that, boom, peperonata. Doesn't it look amazing? So this peperonata has been simmering for about 30 minutes and everything's nicely softened down. You can enjoy it right now, but I'm gonna let it simmer a little bit longer and then I'm gonna show you my very favorite way to enjoy it. Pasta time, boom baby. So one of the most popular ways of serving peperonata is with crusty bread, so you can sop up all that amazing oil. And we actually love it that way. But one of our favorite ways for me and Patty is to serve it with pasta. So here I've got some penne noodles that I cooked up, and you can really use any pasta that you prefer. And I'm just gonna go ahead and spoon some of this over into my pasta here. Yes, this is so good. Little bit of cracked black pepper, little grated Parm cheese. Romano's great, a little bit, to your preference. You can dump the whole bowl on if you want. And some chili flake. Yes, look at that. Oh yeah. All right, let's give it a taste. But first, I want a little bit of this extra oil. Make it nice and juicy. All right, peperonata. It is so good as pasta. You're gonna love it. I hope you love it. I hope you guys love this recipe as much as we do, and I'd love to hear in the comments below how you plan on serving your amazing peperonata. It's so good. But hey, if you guys are looking for another way to really highlight the flavor of those amazing bell peppers, you gotta try my roasted red pepper soup, and I'll cue that one up. Tremendous flavor there. But if you're looking for another bell pepper pasta spin, you gotta try my Rasta pasta recipe. It's a lot of Jamaican flavors and it's so delicious. I think you're gonna love it. So, all right, hope to see you in the kitchen next time. Mike from Chili Pepper Madness. Bye.